Hi, Likita, Vaishnavi, Pallavi, good morning. Likita, Vaishnavi, Pallavi, can you hear me? Yes, good morning. Good morning, Kano, good morning. Why so less people today? ಇಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಇದ್ದೀರಲ್ಲ. So there are only three people for class today. Okay, so we'll start the class. I think Likita, you're attending offline, Allah? Or Pallavi, you're attending offline, ah? Online. Okay, so let's start. So yesterday we did SI, CI, annuity, ratio, proportion, indices, logs, ಜೊತೆಗೆ equations. See, for preparation of your CA Foundation exam ali, for each and every paper, so not only for maths, for every paper you have to do at least 6 to 8 question papers. Okay, so before attending your September exam, so please be thorough with your exam papers, mock test papers, previous year papers, and then you can go with exams. Illa andre it will be a bit tough. Okay, now. So let's start with AP and GP. Okay, so let's start with AP GP today. So remaining concept AP GP, sets, relations and functions. ಮತ್ತೆ one more important concept, permutation and combination. So whatever the question papers I have given, please read those question papers and get ready with the answers. ಅದು ಕೂಡ ತುಂಬಾ important, and many times the same questions we are getting in the exams. Okay, luckily ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದ್ರೆ same questions ಅಲ್ವಾ, so we should not live. So question papers ಮಾಡಿ. So the next concept, APGP, arithmetic progression and geometric progression. So you don't have harmonic progression. So arithmetic progression ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ a series of numbers will be given. A series of numbers will be given. So some numbers will be given with a rule. Okay. ಆ ರೂಲ್ ಏನು ಅಂತ ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದು, that is called as progression. That is what we did in the number series classes. So logical reasoning number series classes ಅಲ್ಲಿ we did the same. Numbers ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಾರೆ, what is the rule between the numbers ಅಂತ we have to find out. But ಇಲ್ಲಿ there will be a definite rule. Rule ಏನಂದ್ರೆ, for arithmetic progression there will be the constant difference between the numbers. Means we have same difference between the numbers. So that is for arithmetic progression. Geometric progression, we have constant multiple between the numbers. Andre, the same number is multiplied throughout the sequence. Okay, for AP, the same number is added throughout the sequence. For GP, the same number is multiplied throughout the sequence. Okay, harmonic progression illa. Suppose if you want to know about harmonic progression, so it's the reciprocal of the observation and reciprocal of the arithmetic mean. So what are observation they have given? Harmonic progression ಅಲ್ಲಿ what observation they have given, ಆ observations reciprocal ತಗೊಂಡು then arithmetic progression ನ reciprocal ತಗೊಂಡು ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು. So but now it's not there, so don't worry about it. Okay, so let's move on to the arithmetic progression. So arithmetic progression ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ we have a constant difference between the numbers. We have So no one join antana. It's okay, ma. Let them see the recordings. ಸೊ ನೀವು ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಕೇಳಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಇಲ್ಲ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್ ರೆಕಾರ್ಡಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ನೋಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ದಟ್ಸ್ ಫೈನ್. ಓಕೆ, ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಅ ಟೈಮಿಂಗ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ, ಅವ್ರ ಮಧ್ಯ ಯಾವಾಗಾದ್ರೂ 12:30 1ಕ್ಕೆ ಜಾಯ್ನ್ ಆದ್ರೆ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಟೇಕಿಂಗ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಅಂತಾರೆ ಪಲ್ಲವಿ ನಂಗೆ. ಸೊ ನೋ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್. ಸೊ ನೀವು ಫ್ರೀ ಇದ್ರೆ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಅಟೆಂಡ್ ಆನ್ಲೈನ್, ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ರೆಕಾರ್ಡಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ನೋಡ್ಕೋಬಹುದು ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ಅಪ್ಲೋಡ್ ದ ರೆಕಾರ್ಡಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಓಕೆ ಪಲ್ಲವಿ. ಎಸ್. ಯಾ. ಸೊ arithmetic progression ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ there will be a constant difference between the numbers. Like here we have an example of arithmetic progression. 2, 4. 1 second. So someone is asking today's timings. Yeah, we have one more group. Oh, okay. See. Uh, so the between the numbers 2, 4, 6, 8, we have a constant difference 2. The difference between the numbers are 2. So, and we have some of the important terms and important formulas in AP. So, Barita Hokti notpoli. AP ali, the first you have to find out the nth term formula, which is AN. AN equal to A plus N minus 1 into D. So, where A is called the first term, N is called the number of terms, total number of terms, and D is said to be the difference, and AN is said to be the last term or nth term. Last term or nth term. And idrali, if you want to find out the difference D, if you want to find out the difference D equal to AN, that is last term, minus, bring this A to the left hand side, first term divided by difference plus 1. So keep this in your mind, it's very important. So, sorry, finding n, it's not difference, finding n, last term minus first term divided by difference plus 1. So first formula to find out the last term, second formula to find out number of terms, n. So last term minus first term divided by difference plus 1. The third formula, it is Sn. Sn ali we have two formulas. Sn equal to n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d, that is n minus 1 into difference. Okay. And the other formula, which is very simple formula, and maximum we are using this formula, Sn equal to n by 2 into the first term plus last term. Okay. So the four formulas related to AP. The first to find the nth term, an equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. So adrale you have to find out n. This is the second formula to find out n. That is first term minus last term minus first term divided by difference plus 1. In some cases, even you can take the first term minus last term when it's in the descending order ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದಾಗ you can take like that. So the third one, to find out the sum of terms, n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. And the last formula, it's very important. So n by 2 into a plus an. So this is about AP. Now the GP means throughout the sequence we are multiplying a constant multiple, a constant multiple. Throughout the sequence we are multiplying a constant multiple, means the same number is multiplied. For example, if a number 3, let's multiply 2, the next is 6. Next multiply 2, the next will be 12. Next multiply 2, the next will be 24. Next multiply 2, the next will be 48. So throughout the sequence, the same number will be multiplied. This is said to be GP. And the major formulas in GP, the first formula to find out the nth term means last term, that is an equal to ar to the power of n minus 1. So a means the first term and r means the common ratio. And how to find out r andre, that is second term divided by first term. So how to find out r andre, second term divided by first term. So other finding of n, finding of r or finding of a, you can go with option method. Okay. So suppose an is given, to find out a or to find out r or to find out n, you can go with option method. Okay. So the second formula Sn. So SNally we have two formulas. SNally we have two formulas. SNally we have two formulas. The first, it is depends on r. R is less than 1 and r is greater than 1. First let's take r is less than 1. For r is less than 1, a into, so ಇಲ್ಲಿ 1 is greater alva, so you have to take 1 first. 1 minus r to the power of n divided by 1 minus r, because 1 is greater than r and the r is less than 1 or 1 is greater than r. So lesser than 1 andre, don't think, we take only the negative values. So lesser than 1 andre, even 0.25, 0.5, 0.75, that is 1 by 2, 2 by 3, 3 by 4, 1 by 3. Even these terms are lesser than 1. So not only negatives. Of course, negatives will be always lesser than 1. So that is minus 1 by 2, minus 1 by 3 or 0, or else the other 1 by 2, 1 by 3, 3 by 4. These are lesser than 1. The next formula, when r greater than 1, that is 2, 3, 4, 2.5, 3.5, 4.5. So when r is greater than 1, you have to take r first. So r to the power of n minus 1 divided by r minus 1. So we have two formulas for Sn. First, you have to take r less than 1. Then if r is greater than 1, so you have to take the second formula. I mean the third one. So then the last one, you have to find out S infinity. So when this infinity is defined, so want to take S infinity formula andre. So now the given sequence is in GP. So check whether the sequence is in GP. Okay. So when it's in GP, the n value is not mentioned. So n value will not be given. So if n value is not mentioned or if n value is not given, then it will be S infinity. Okay. So n value kottiralla, n value mention agiralla, or else directly they give you find out S infinity. So avaga you have to go with S infinity. So S infinity equal to A divided by 1 minus R. Illi we don't have any condition for R. So whatever is the R value, you have to go with 1 minus R. And n is not mentioned. Okay. So the first, go with AP. AP ali total 4 formulas to find out nth term, to find out n, to find out Sn, and even to find out Sn. GP ali we have 4 formulas. to find out nth term, that is last term, then to find out Sn, to find out Sn, and to find out S infinity. So these are the major important formulas and key points present in AP and GP. So it's bit AP, GP, we don't have nothing. Okay, so Ili, let's do some of the important questions. So then we can go with the permutation and combination. So we'll start with important one. So important Madi, we can go with the permutation, combination, and question papers. Yes, I want the answers. Yes. So online students, I want answers from you people. Yeah, I don't want this. ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ತುಂಬಾ simple questions. Yeah, the question 21. Tell me the answer for question 21. The sum of all odd numbers between 200 and 300 is. I have to find out the sum of all numbers between 200 and 300. Yes, online students answers ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕು. The sum of all odd numbers between 200 and 300. Yes, online students, please answer. Uh, Pallavi, can you hear me? Pallavi, can you hear me? Yes. So, ಏನಾದ್ರು disturbance ಇದೆಯಾ ವಾಯ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾದ್ರು disturbance? No. Okay. Yeah, yeah. Thank you, thank you. Others, others. Tejashwini, Varshini, Vaishnavi, Kasturi, Bindushri, Sanjay.
1 to 500, ma'am, answer.
Yeah, 12500. 500. Yes. Thank you. Yeah. So method nodಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. The sum of all odd numbers between 200 to 300. And first you have to check whether it's between 200, 300 or from 200 and 300. So that's important. So let's take the first odd one after 200. After 200, the first odd number is 201. The second odd number is 203 and the last odd number will be 299. So between and there, they are not supposed to take 200 and 300. So you have to find out sum. Sum antandre you have to add all the numbers. Alva? So take the sum Sn equal to n by 2 into a plus an. So we already know the an and then the last term. The last term is 299 and the first term is 201. So we don't have n here. So how many number of terms are there between 201 and 299? So I have given you the formula. So the difference d equal to, how to find out the difference? The last term minus first term 201 divided by difference. The difference is 2 minus, plus 1. So find out n, the last term 299 minus first term divided by difference is 2 plus 1 which is equal to 50 terms. So total we have 50 terms. So n value take it as 50. So which is 299 plus 201 into 50 divided by 2 which is equal to 12,500. Okay, then the sum of all the sum of all natural numbers between 500 and 1000 which are divisible by 13. So now you write down the pattern divisible by 13 only, which is the first number. So between and they are not supposed to include 500. Check 501 divided by 13. It is 38.5. Andre 501 agala. You can go with 506 or 7. Check 506. No, 507. Yeah, 507. So the first number is 507 and the next number will be the addition of 13. So next will be 507 plus 13. So will be 520. Okay, all between 500 to 1000 anta iradrinda you are not supposed to take 500 and 1000. Okay, next is 520. So the first is 507, next is 520. Okay, the last, you check for last, check for 999. 999 divided by 13, it is 76.8. So 76.8 and which is very near to 7. Hagadre, inna 7 numbers hindik tokobeku. Okay, so 990 check ಮಾಡಿ 76.1. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ 989 988 988. The last number is 988. The first number is 507. The next number is 520. The last number is 988. So now go with the number of terms. How many number of terms are there? So last term minus first term divided by difference is 13 plus 1. That is 9. 988 minus 507 divided by 13 plus 1 which is equal to n is 38. N is 38. Okay, so 38 divided by 2 can take it directly 19. So last term plus first term into 19. That is 507 plus 988 into 13 which is equal to what ಏನ್ ಮಿಸ್ಟೇಕ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ ನಾವು n wrong ಆಯ್ತಾ which are divisible by 13. Yeah, first is I think n we got wrong. 988 last term minus first term divided by difference plus 1. So n is 38. Yeah, 38 divided by 2 is 19. Last term plus first term into 19. 28,405. So it's option A. I think I subtracted. So last term plus first term into 90, which is 28,405. Okay, next the sum of all natural numbers from. Here we have to take from 100 to 300, which are exactly divisible by 3, 4 or 5. So Andre, you have to consider a number which is divisible by 4 as well as which is divisible by 5. So divisible by 4 or adru you have to consider that number. So divisible by 5 adru you have to consider that number. So now the range is from 100 to 300. So the range is from 100 to 300. So you can do this in two ways. Probability use ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. But what we learned adralle ಮಾಡಿ. From 100 to 300 andre we have to include both 100 and 300. So now let's take the numbers which are divisible by 4 or which are divisible by 5. So or anta iradrinda you have to go with plus. So divisible by 4 andre we start with 100. Next, yeah, 100. Next, 104. The last we go with 300. And divisible by 500, again we start with 100. The next number was 105. The last number is 300. So here we have taken 100 twice and some of the numbers, that is 100, 120, 140, 160. In numbers nella we have taken twice. Twice andre we have added 100, 120, 140, these numbers till 300. ಇಲ್ಲೂ ಅಷ್ಟೇ 100, 120, 140 and till 300. These three numbers are common in both divisible by 4 and divisible by 5. So you have to sum all the numbers which are divisible by 4 or divisible by 5 andre you have to add these numbers only once. But ಇಲ್ಲಿ we don't have option divisible by 4 separate ಆಗಿ ತಗೊಂಡಾಗ we are taking 100, 120, 140 and 300 twice. Divisible by 5 ತಗೊಂಡಾಗ again 100, 120, 140, 300 these numbers are repeated. So ಅದು divisible by 4 ಅಲ್ಲೂ add ಆಗಿದೆ, divisible by 5 ಅಲ್ಲೂ add ಆಗಿದೆ. So remove those sum separately. Okay, once you remove. So twice they have added. So take sum separately and remove it once because they have added twice. Alva. So how to calculate these common numbers andre? If there is no common factor between 4 and 5. When we don't have common factor between 4 and 5. So multiple of 4 into 5, take it separately and delete it from the sum. Okay, so multiple of 4 and 5 antande which is 20. So the first number is 100, the second number is 120 and the last number will be 300. So multiple of 4 and 5 we are taking separately because it is added twice, hence the sum will be deleted. Okay, so the total n number of terms, that is 300 minus 100, the first term minus last term, divided by difference is 4 plus 1, which is 300 minus 100 divided by 4 plus 1, which is equal to n will be equal to 51. And illi n equal to 300 minus 100 divided by difference here is 5 plus 1. So 300 minus 100 divided by 5 plus 1. Well, n equal to 41. Okay. So next, illi divisible of 20. N will be equal to 300 minus 100 divided by 20 plus 1. So the n number of terms is 11. Okay. So now you have to find out Sn. Sn of this is last term. That is last term plus first term. Okay, into n divided by 2. Illi Sn last term plus first term. Okay, into n divided by 2. And illu last term is 300 plus 100 into n, that is 11 by 2. So let's take the sum. So 400 into 51 divided by 2. This is 10,200. That is divisible of 4. So 200 into 41, which is 8,200. That is divisible of 5. and 200 into 11, that is 2200, where this number is added twice. Already 2200 is added in 10,200. Again 2200 is added in 8,200. Hence we are deleting 2200. So you add these divisible of 4 and divisible of 5, these two, then subtract the number which is added twice. Hence the answer is 10,200 plus 8,200 minus 2,200, which is equal to 16,200. Keep it in your mind, when you have OR concept, you have to add. Adu, if we have ಕಾಮನ್ ಮಲ್ಟಿಪಲ್ ಇದ್ರೆ, ಕಾಮನ್ ಮಲ್ಟಿಪಲ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ತಗೋಬಹುದು, ನೋ ಇಶ್ಯೂಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ವೆನ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್, so we have AND concept ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ. So you have to choose all the numbers between 100 and 300, where the numbers should be divisible by both 4 and 5. So choose a number which is divisible by both 4 and 5. So it has to divisible by 4, of course, yes, and even it has to divisible by 5. So let's take the first number 100. So it's starting from 100, because we have from 100 to 300. So if we start from 100, so check whether 100 is divisible by 4 as well as divisible by 5. Yes, 100 is divisible by 4 and 5. So now checking for 101, checking for 102, checking for the next number 103. So instead of doing this, so you can take the multiple of 4 and 5, because we don't have any common factors between 4 and 5. So take the multiple of 4 and 5. So 4 5s are will be 20. So you can consider the factors of 20. So 20 though, the first number will be 100. The next number will be 120, because it's a multiple of 20. The last number will be 300. So directly find out n. N will be equal to 11. So the sum of numbers which is divisible by 4, both 4 and 5 will be the last term plus first term divided by, difference will be 20. No. Sorry. Last term plus first term into n. N is 11 divided by 2, which is equal to 2200. It's option A. Okay, so and anta idaga you have to go with multiplication rule. So multiplication rule ke we have other method. Instead of doing in other method, I think this is the best, because it's logically, it's a logical question. So we have to take a number which is divisible by both 4 and 5 anta. Okay, so these are important questions. Adu between 4 and 5, I mean between from and or concept ಮತ್ತೆ and concept. I think I have given few questions related to the numbers which have common factors. Common factor ಇರೋ questions ಕೂಡ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀನಿ. So you can check it once. Okay. And we have some few statement questions like this. So even these are important questions. The sum of the numbers like 6,040 is to be paid in 30 installments, where each installment is 10 more than the preceding installment, the value of the first installment. So total we got SN, the total sum is 6,040, and N, the number of installment what we are considering is N, and 10 more andre difference will be 10. Okay, you have to find out A. So you can take any formula, SN equal to formulas consider modkondo, you can do it. Okay. Next. So and in AP and some more important questions in GP. So some more important questions in GP. So when mth term is given, take it as n. Nth term is m. Rth term. So there, in this question we have a procedure actually. So procedure ginta, when mth term is given as n and nth term is given as m. So you can go with option D directly. So it node kobadi, which is m plus n minus r. Okay. And the nth term of the series. So nth term ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ so 5n square plus 2n. nth ಅಂದ್ರೆ which is equal to the last term an. nth term of the series andre an equal to 5n square plus 2n. So find out the Sn term. So I think it kodlilla. No, I have given this formula. So this is a relation between Sn and an. When Sn is given, you have to find out an. When an is given, you have to find out Sn. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ರಿಲೇಷನ್ ಏನಂದ್ರೆ ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ Sn ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾದಲ್ಲಿ the first formula ಕಂಡ್ರು. The first formula Sn equal to n by 2 into a plus an. So see here we have an as well as Sn. When an is given, you can find out Sn. When Sn is given, you can find out an. So idrali you don't have the first term. Okay, first term you have to find out. The first term is, in the first term, the value of n will be equal to 1. So 5 into 1 plus 2, which is equal to 7. So when an is given, that means you have to substitute for n values. So n values 1, 2, 3, 4 ಅಂತ ನೀವು substitute ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. Okay. So sum of n terms is given. Sum of n terms andre it is Sn. The nth term, you have to find out an. So substitute Sn as 5n square plus 2n equal to n by 2 into, we have a value as 7 plus an. See, in an and Sn, a value will be same. Sum of first term athwa the first term is always same. The first term, sum of first term is always same. So now take n common. So n common takondre we have 5n plus 2, which is equal to n by 2 into 7 plus an. So n and n gets cancelled. Take 2 to the left hand side. 10n plus 4, bring 7 to the left hand side. Minus 7 equal to an. That implies 10n minus 3 will be the value of an. Okay. When Sn is given, substitute the value of for Sn and find out an. When an is given, substitute the value for an and find out Sn. But idrali you have to find out a. A means the first term. Sn gadru Sn ಗೆ 1 haki, or an gadru you replace n by 1. So we'll get a formula. Okay, the first term formula. So this is about AP and GP. So basically AP and GP formulas idre you can do it. Okay. So any more questions? So if they are asking to find out the GP for the next terms, better ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಿ GP series ಬರ್ದ್ಬಿಡಿ. It is always best. GP ಏನ್ series ಇರುತ್ತೋ, you write those GPs. GP ಏನಿರುತ್ತೋ ಅದನ್ನ ಬರ್ದ್ಬಿಡಿ. You can write down the continuous numbers in GPs. Okay? Is any doubts? Okay, so let's continue. So the next lesson, sets, relations, and functions. Yeah. So I think so for some people it's a new lesson. So and you're getting one question from this. Exactly one question. Okay. And it's a very simple lesson. So ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಇದು the most easiest lesson ಆಗುತ್ತೆ and you can score 1 mark. But it's a big vast. Okay, ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇದೆ ಟಾಪಿಕ್ಸ್ ತುಂಬಾ ಇದೆ ಕಣ್ರೋ. But no issues, just general meanings, general terms, general formulas ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ it's more than enough. Okay. So next, sets. Sets means it's the collection of well-defined objects. So sets and it's a collection of well-defined objects. And what do you mean by well-defined? So define ಆಗಿರಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ how it has to be defined ಅಂದ್ರೆ so there should be a proper definition for it. And if we start counting, if you start counting, so at least there should be a finite number of terms or it should be an infinite number of terms. Okay, for example, so the number of mosquitoes in the Bangalore. So can we count the number of mosquitoes? The number of insects in the Bangalore? So it's not defined. Alva? So we can't go count and we say it's a finite, it's an infinite. So from where to start? Where is the end? Okay. And then for example, the number of buildings having 10 floors or more than 10 floors in Bangalore. So we can count. So Bangalore ali, where we have the buildings more than 10 floors or approximately 10 crores. 10 floors or the population in Bangalore. Okay, population ಎಷ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ Bangalore ಅಲ್ಲಿ we can count. Natural numbers, whole numbers, okay, or even numbers. Those are infinite sets. Natural whole ella if we don't have an end, so it's said to be infinite set. Okay, hige if it is a well defined, the number of chairs in the classroom, the total CA students appearing writing exam in September 2026. So if we take the total number of applications, we get total CA Foundation CA Foundation students who are writing their exams. Okay, so if it is well defined, it is a set. If it is not defined, the number of red roses in the world. So can we go and check how many red roses are there? So red means we have a light red, dark red. So which one to take? Okay, so it has to be a well defined, correctly defined, and it should be easy to count. Okay, ಈಗ population ಅಂದಾಗ we even count the infant also, like ಚಿಕ್ಕ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಂದ even the people above 80 years also we count it as one. Okay, okay, males or females ಅಂದಾಗ so based on the gender, so ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡಿರ್ತಾರೆ how many male members are there in a family, how many female members are there, so we can count. But number of red flowers in the world andre we can't count. So it has to be well defined. Dark red, light red. So which one to consider a red flower? Okay, we have varieties of flowers. Adali only roses. Or we have to consider the other red flowers. So it is not defined. Okay. Hence, so while defining the set, it has to be a well defined. And the second thing, while naming the set, you have to give a you have to name it with a capital letter. That's very important. So we have capital letter A, capital letter B, C, D, F, not the small letter. And while defining a set, you have to define them which in the flower bracket. Only flower bracket. So no other brackets. Common bracket, square bracket, and ಯಾವುದು ಇಲ್ಲ. You have to define them only in the flower bracket. Okay. So while representing set, set is represented in two forms. One, the tabular form, that is also called as roster method. The other one, set builder form, which is also called as rule method. So tabular form andre it is defined in terms of elements. Elements ಇದೆ. For example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's all. Cow, dog, cat. That's all. Cow, dog, cat. ಅಷ್ಟೇ. Or else Namrata, Vijay, Ashok, Pallavi, ಈ ತರ just names are given. ಅಷ್ಟೇ. Elements will be given. So set builder form andre it is described in terms of statement. So statement andre, for example, so in the above example, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You have to write it in terms of statement. Andre, these are natural numbers lesser than or equal to 10. So natural numbers lesser than or equal to 10 andre, it is from 1 to 10. Or else, Ashok, Vijay, Sneha, Pallavi andre, the names of CA Foundation students taking classes in Success Edge Academy. So that will be the statement. So if you're defining in terms of statement, it is said to be set builder form or rule form. If you're defining in terms of elements, it is called as roster form. So the next, so how to the methods of representing a set ಆಯ್ತು. So next we have types of set. So types of set ಅಲ್ಲಿ the null set means empty set. Empty set is represented by a symbol, either only the empty flower bracket or nothing should be inside the bracket. Don't say empty means zero. Empty andre zero anta helbardu, because in maths zero is also a number. Okay, we don't have value, but zero is a number. Zero is a whole number. Zero is an integer. Zero is a rational number. Zero is a real number. So you're not supposed to say zero. Either empty bracket or zero bardo, you just scratch it. Okay, zero bardo, if you scratch it, there is nothing anta artha. Okay, you are not supposed to write both in a flower bracket. So this will be wrong. So empty set andre, there is nothing inside the set. Singleton set andre, you have only one element inside the set. Finite set andre, you have definite elements, countable elements inside the set. Infinite set andre, we have uncountable elements inside the set. So uncountable and a set of natural numbers, set of whole numbers, set of integers. Idella uncountable number of elements. Okay. So next we have subset. Subset andre, from a mother set, from a big set, you're forming a small set. Okay. Idunu ಮಾಡ್ಸಿದೀನಿ. I have did this in the class. So subset ke we have a symbol. So this is a symbol for the subset. Okay, is a subset or it belongs to. Even you can say idu actually this is belongs to and this is subset. Even you can say both belongs to antanu helbodu. So A is a subset of B, that is A is a subset of B and the A is contained in B. Each and every element of A is present in B. B is a subset of A and each and every element of B is present in A. Okay. So the formula to find out the subset is 2 power n. The formula to find out the number of subsets is 2 power n. Power set andre all the possible subset. Each and every possible subset na tagondre, that is called as power set. So it's a formula to find out 2 power n. Subsets are you're forming a small set. If you take all the small sets, if you consider all the small sets as a set, then it is called as power set. Ashte. Eradukku we have the same formula. The formula is 2 power n. So universal set andre, it's a big set which contains all the elements. It's a big set which contains all the elements. And universal set ke we have a subset A and we have a subset B and we have a subset C. So universal set should contain all the elements of A, all the elements of B, as well as all the elements of C, ಅದ್ರ ಜೊತೆ it could contain extra elements. A ಹತ್ರ ಏನಿದೆಯೋ that should be present in U. B ಹತ್ರ ಏನಿದೆ that should be present in U. C ಹತ್ರ ಏನಿದೆ that should be present in U. As well as U can contain some more extra elements. Okay. So universal set ಗೆ it is represented by the letter U or the letter E. Okay. Letter U or the letter E. Next we have equivalent set. Equivalent means different. Equal means different. Equal andre exactly. Equal andre exactly. If you have 1, 2, 3 in the left hand side, then we should have 1, 2, 3 in the right hand side. If you have 1, 2, 3 in the left hand side, then you should have 1, 2, 3 in the right hand side. That is said to be equal set. Equivalent andre the number of elements in the left hand side means if you have 3 elements in the left hand side, then we should have 3 elements in the right hand side, but the elements could be same or different. Same irbodu, different irbodu. For example, if you have 1, 2, 3 in the left hand side, then you can take A, B, C in the right hand side. Because the number of elements in A, the left hand side is equal to the number of elements in right hand side. We are worried about only the number of elements. If the number of elements are equal, then it is said to be equivalent. If the elements are only equal, then it is said to be equal set. Okay. So equivalent go equal go. So a bit confusion is note. So next union, it's very important. Union andre it is represented by a symbol U. Okay. U andre universal ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. But ಎರಡು ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಧ್ಯ U ಇದ್ರೆ, that is ಎರಡು ಆಲ್ಫಾಬೆಟ್ ಮಧ್ಯ U ಇದ್ರೆ, that is said to be union. So union ಅಂದ್ರೆ combine. Combine andre you have to take both A and B and form a new set where the common elements are taken only once. Common elements are taken only once. See here we have A 1, 3, 5. We have B 1, 2, 4. A union B means A and B you have to combine. A union B will be equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the number which is repeated in both A and B should be taken only once. Okay. Next we have intersection. Intersection andre it is common. So common andre which is common in A and which is common in B. So nodi here we have A and B. Okay. So they ask you to find out A. Intersection andre ulta U. A ulta U B. So it's you have to read it as A intersection B. So A intersection B and the common elements which is present in both A and B, which is equal to 4,8. Okay. Next we have the other concept, difference. Okay. So difference andre in general we are going with subtractions. Alva? So difference andre you have to subtract. Okay. A minus B means A in the you have to subtract B. The entire B. A minus B means A in the you have to subtract B. The entire B na you have to remove it. See, it's given here. A minus B and B minus A. A minus B and you have to remove B from A. So, A minus B andre remove B from A. But illi we have some of the elements which is present in B. That is 3, 4, 5, 6. Since it is in B, remove B. ಅದು B elements ಆಗಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ you have to remove the entire B as well as A ಅಲ್ಲಿರೋ B elements ಕೂಡ remove ಮಾಡಿ. Only 1 and 2 will be A minus B. Okay, only 1 and 2 will be A minus B. So it's the same B minus A and you have to remove the entire A. And if any element which is present in A is present in B and you have to even remove that element. Okay. So that is A minus B and B minus A. Next we have product of sets. Product means multiplication. So products ali, they may ask you to find the product of sets, or they may ask you to find the number of elements in product of set. For example, if we have 3 elements in A and 5 elements in B, 3 elements in A, 3 elements in A, and 5 elements in B, and they're asking to find out A cross B. A cross B means A multiply B. Directly you can find out 3 5s are 15 elements in A cross B. So directly you can say there are 15 elements in A cross B. Okay. So or else you have to write down A cross B elements. And it is like general multiplication. So from 1 to 3 here. So from 1 to 3, 1 to 4, 2 to 3, 2 to 4, 3 to 3, 2 to 4, 3 to 4. It's a general, you are multiplying it generally, like how you're multiplying the expressions, the same way you're multiplying it. Okay, so this is product of sets. One minute. Ha. Next, complement. So complement ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ you have to delete the given set from the universal set. So complement ಗೆ you are using the a complement here, you are using the symbol a dash. Okay, a dash, or you can go with a complement. Okay, so from the universal set you have to delete a. That's it, complement andre. So then we have some of the important formulas which present in set. The first one is De Morgan's law. De Morgan's law. A union B whole complement अथवा A union B whole dash equal to, so take this complement separately, that is A dash B dash, but when we have union in the middle, so take it intersection. So A union B whole dash equal to A dash intersection B dash, A intersection B whole dash equal to A dash union B dash. That's it. These are important formulas, that is De Morgan's law. So next, second, so n of A union B, number of elements in A union B will be equal to n of A, number of elements in A, plus n of B, number of elements in B, minus n of A intersection B. So number of elements in A intersection B. So idu when we have common element in A and B. So common element in A and B idre you have to go with this. So when we don't have a common element in A and B, so then A intersection B is not necessary. So n of A union B equals n of A plus n of B. That's it. So no need to take n of A intersection B. Now the fourth one. Okay. For three different sets. For 3 different sets, and we have common element in all the 3 different sets. So n of A union B union C for 3 different sets, n of A plus n of B plus n of C minus n of A intersection B minus n of B intersection C minus n of C intersection A plus n of A intersection B intersection C means the common in all the 3. Okay, this is when we have 3 elements and we have common in when we have 3 sets and we have common in all the 3 sets. Suppose if we don't have any common in all the 3 sets, and no need to take intersection. N of A union B union C equal to N of A plus N of B plus N of C. So these are the important formulas related to sets. Ashte, your sets is done. Any doubt in this? No doubts? Okay, sure. So revise AP, GP and sets now. Take a break for 5 minutes. Revise Madi. So we'll continue. So next I'll be doing relations and functions. Jotege I'll complete permutation and combination. Then after lunch we'll move for the question paper questions. Okay. Okay, let's continue with relations and functions. So you can expect these type of statement questions. There are statement questions. Okay, let's continue with relations and functions. So you can expect these type of statement questions in sets. So next, relations and functions. So many people don't know about these relations and functions. So idru mele you will get one question or two questions. So and from previous exam you have limits ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಇದೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ. ಅದು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಲಿಮಿಟ್ ಮೇಲೆ. ಸೊ ಯು ಗೋ ವಿತ್ ದೋಸ್ ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ಸ್ ಸಾಕು ಲಿಮಿಟ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ರಿಲೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ರಿಲೇಷನ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ we are defining the x, that's all. ರಿಲೇಷನ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ನ ಡಿಫೈನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಿ. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಎಫ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಪ್ಲಸ್ 3. ಹಿಯರ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಡಿಫೈನಿಂಗ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಆಸ್ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರಿಂಗ್ ದ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ. ಎಫ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಅಂತಲ್ಲ, even you can write it as rx. r of x equal to 3x plus 5. Okay, here we are defining x that you have to multiply the x with 3. Okay, so you can expect these type of questions in exams ಕಂಡ್ರು. First f of x ಗೆ you can take f of 1, find f of minus 1, we can find f of 3, we can find f of minus 3. Okay, so idella you have to find out. Andre x has to be replaced by 1, x has to be replaced by minus 1, x has to be replaced by 3, x has to be replaced by minus 3. Okay, ಇಲ್ಲಿ r of x go ಅಷ್ಟೇ. You can replace x by any value. So this is called as relation, that you are defining x. x ನ ಡಿಫೈನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರೋದೇ ರಿಲೇಷನ್. ನಾವು ಟೈಪ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ರಿಲೇಷನ್. ಟೈಪ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ರಿಲೇಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ರಿಫ್ಲೆಕ್ಸಿವ್, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಸಿಮೆಟ್ರಿಕ್, the last type is transitive. If all the three satisfies, then it is called as equivalence relation. So reflexive ante yavag kariತೀವಿ? See, this is a major word for reflexive. A comma A belongs to R. So what is this A comma A? A comma A andre the same number. For example, 2 comma 2, 1 comma 1, 3 comma 3. So alliro same number twice repeat agi, if it is present in the set, then it is called as reflexive. So same number twice repeat agbeku, and all the numbers should be present in the set. Okay, so next symmetric andre, if A comma B idre, then you should have ulta of that. Ulta is, if 1 comma 2 idre, then ulta of that is 2 comma 1. So 2 comma 1 should be present. If 1 comma 3 idre, then the ulta of this, it is 3 comma 1 should be present. If it is present, then it is said to be symmetric. Transitive andre 1 comma 2 ಇರಬೇಕು, and the continuation for 2 comma 3 ಇರಬೇಕು. So then if illi the last and first are same, then 1 comma 3 should be present. So if ಮೂರು present ಇದ್ರೆ, then it is called as transitive. F. So reflexive, symmetric, transitive. ಮೂರು satisfy ಆದ್ರೆ, then it is called as equivalence relation. So where it satisfies all the three. So this is about the relations. Next, let's talk about functions. Functions ali we have ಮೇಜರ್ 1-1 ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಕ್ವಶನ್ಗೆ ಒಂದೇ ಆನ್ಸರ್. ಸಿ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ 1-1. ಓಕೆ, 1-1 ಒಂದಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದೇ. ಸೊ ಒಂದಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದೇ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ 1-1. ಓಕೆ, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ 1-many ಒಂದಕ್ಕೆ 2-3 ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಮೆನಿ, ಒನ್ನಿಂದ ಮೆನಿಗೆ, ಒನ್ನಿಂದ ಮೆನಿ, ಫಾರ್ ಒನ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಮೆನಿ ಆನ್ಸರ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಹೀಗಿದ್ರೆ 1-1 ಅಂದ್ರೆ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಒನ್ ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ಗೆ ಒನ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್. ಸೊ ಮೆನಿ ಟು ಒನ್, ಸೊ ಫಾರ್ ಮೋರ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಒನ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್. ಓಕೆ, ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಮೆನಿ ಟು ಒನ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಮೆನಿ ಟು ಮೆನಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಒಂದಕ್ಕೆ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟೂ ಆನ್ಸರ್ಸ್, again two questions ಗೆ we have one answer. many questions many answers. ಈ ತರ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ದೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ದ ಟೈಪ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಮೇಜರ್ ಆಗಿ. ಸೊ ಈ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇಫ್ ಯು ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಸೇ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್, ಸೊ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಎರಡು ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಮಾತ್ರ ಸ್ಯಾಟಿಸ್ಫೈ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಮೆನಿ ಟು ಮೆನಿ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಸೆಟ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಅ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್, ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಲ್ಲ, ವಿ ಸೇ ಇಟ್ ಆಸ್ ಅ ರಿಲೇಷನ್. And many to one is also not a function. We say it as a relation. 1-1 we say it as a function, and 1-many we say it as a function. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟಾದ್ರೂ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಇರಬಹುದು. We can expect more answers for one question. And one questionಗೆ we can expect only one answer. But for 2 or 3 questions, we can't expect only one answer. Okay, so that is many to one. So many to one we are not considering as a function. Okay, so in relation and functionally major agi we have domain and range. Okay, domain and codomain athwa domain and range. So domain andre whatever it is in the left hand side or whatever it written in the first, like this. Okay, a comma b comma c, sorry, a comma b, c comma d, e comma f. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಲೆಟರ್ಸ್ ಏನೇನಿದೆ ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಲೆಟರ್ಸ್. ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುವಂತ ಲೆಟರ್ಸ್, ದ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಲೆಟರ್ಸ್ ಏನೇನಿದೆ those are said to be domain, and the second which is in the y place are said to be range. That's it. Okay, so this is about the relations and functions. In relation and functionally we have one more important concept, that is ಇದು ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಟ್ಟೆ, f of -1 ಹೇಳಿದೆ, finding f of g of and the f of g of x and the inverse function. Idr mele they have asked the question, finding f of g of x and inverse function. Okay, so f of g of x andre f o g of x anta idella. So how to solve this andre, first you write down g of x. So it is complete g of x ide. Okay, so when we have complete g of x, remove this g of x and write down g of x directly. Okay, ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅವಾಗ f g of x place ಅಲ್ಲಿ x minus 1 by x, so which is complete. Okay, then we have f of x given as 1 divided by 1 minus x. Suppose if x is defined as y, x is replaced by y, or if x is replaced by 2, x will be replaced by 2. Correct alva? So then if x is replaced by x minus 1 by x, okay, if x is replaced by x minus 1 by x, then x should be replaced by x minus 1 by x. Okay, it has to be replaced by x minus 1 by x. Okay, so then you just rearrange ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಡಿ ಅದನ್ನ. Okay, bring to a standard form, so you get the answers. Okay. So next, so this is f of g of x. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್ f of x ಇದೆ. ಸೊ f of x ಜಾಗಕ್ಕೆ f of x ಹಾಕ್ಬಿಡಿ. ದೆನ್ g of x, x ಇರೋ ಜಾಗಕ್ಕೆ ಏನ್ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಬ್ರಾಕೆಟ್ ಯು ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಇಟ್. ದಟ್ಸ್ ಇಟ್. f of g of x ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. And the next, inverse function. Actually, we did in class inverse function. H inverse ಅಥವಾ F inverse. It's a simple question. Okay, we go with the simple question. So f of x equal to 3x plus 5. So find out f inverse. They just give you f inverse. F inverse andre f power minus 1. Okay. So f inverse ಹೇಗೆ find out ಮಾಡೋದು ಅಂದ್ರೆ it's very easy ಕಂಡ್ರು. ಇಲ್ಲಿ f ಅಲ್ಲಿ power ಅಲ್ಲಿ we have 1. ಅಲ್ವಾ? So when you bring that to a right hand side, we will be power minus 1. ಬಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಡೋಂಟ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಎನಿ ರೂಲ್ಸ್. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ರೂಲ್ ಏನು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಡಿ. ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಎಫ್ ಜೊತೆ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಫ್ ನ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ಸಲ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಜೊತೆ ಎಫ್ ಇನ್ವರ್ಸ್ ಹಾಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ದಟ್ಸ್ ಇಟ್. ಸೊ ಲೆಫ್ಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿರೋ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಜೊತೆ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ಸಲ್ ಎಫ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಬ್ರಿಂಗ್ ದಟ್ ಎಫ್ ಟು ಅ ರೈಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಸೈಡ್. ಬಟ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಎಫ್ ವೇರ್ ದ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್. ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಪಕ್ಕದಲ್ಲೇ ಹಾಕ್ಬೇಕು. ಯಾವುದು ರೂಲ್ ಫಾಲೋ ಮಾಡಬೇಡಿ. ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಡೂ ಇಟ್ ಲೈಕ್ ದಿಸ್ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಸೊ ಆಗ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಉಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ 3 ಇಂಟು ಎಫ್ ಇನ್ವರ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಉಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತೆ ಪ್ಲಸ್ 5. ಸೊ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಆಸ್ಕಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಎಫ್ ಇನ್ವರ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಬ್ರಿಂಗ್ 5 ಹಿಯರ್. ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಮೈನಸ್ 5 ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು 3 ಎಫ್ ಇನ್ವರ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್. Now bring 3 to the denominator. X minus 5 by 3 equal to f inverse of x. So this is about f inverse of x. Okay. Next relations and function is done. So limits ali whatever the value is given for limit, you have to substitute that value ashte. Okay. So next we have permutation and combination. Okay. ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತೀನಿ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರು. Permutation of combination. Permutation ಅಂದ್ರೆ you have to choose and as well as you have to arrange. Combination ಅಂದ್ರೆ you have to just choose. Arrangement is not done. So the formula for permutation is n factorial divided by n minus r factorial. So permutationally we have two different kinds of question. ಒಂದು with repetition, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು without repetition. So they won't mention you whether it's with repeat or without repeat. So you have to find out. Okay, suppose if in the given word, if the alphabets are not repeated, okay, for example, like CAR car, illi C is not repeated once again, A is not repeated once again, R is not repeated once again. Even take 4, FOUR. FOUR ali, all the letters ali, the another FOUR, the same letters are not repeated. So idu without repetition. Okay. With repetition andre, for example, apple, APPLE, apple ali, the P is repeated twice. Alva. So what is the difference between with repetition and without repetition andre? With repetition ali, choose without repetition ali, choose N and R. So go with N and R, or you can go with tricks, or you can go with places. Places barkobodu. Or ovals are repeated, ovals are not repeated. Okay. Where the ovals are together, ovals are not together, ovals are repeated, ovals are not repeated. Okay. These are in the odd places, these are in the even places, where they are not changing the places. ಓಕೆ. ಸೊ ಈ ಥರ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸು ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಸೊ ಸೇಮ್ ಗೋ ವಿತ್ ದ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ಸ್. ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ಸ್ ಏನಿದೆ ನೋಡಿ. ಸಪೋಸ್ ಓವಲ್ಸ್ ಒಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಇರಬೇಕಾ, ovals ಒಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ. ovals ಒಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಇರಬಾರ್ದಾ? So separate the ovals. Okay? Or else the total permutationally subtract the ovals together. Okay? So ಇದು ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ permutation ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ it is just a 3 factorial. ಇದು ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ permutation ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ it's just a 4 factorial. ಇದು ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ permutation ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ it is 5 factorial. But repetition ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಆ repetition ಎಷ್ಟು ಸಲ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, you have to go with that. That is divided by 2 factorial. Because the repeated p is repeated twice. ಈಗ suppose ovals are together in the given question. Okay, so like frame, we have a word frame, frame. If frame only ovals are together, ovals andre we have oval a and e together, the rest of the letter f r f. So take ovals as 1 2 3 4. So 4 factorial arrangement into these two letters factorial if ovals are together. Ade for the same thing for not together andre you take the total permutation of frame is 5 factorial. So 5 factorial in the ovals are together, now you just subtract it, we get ovals are not together. Okay, so this is for without repetition. Here none of the letters are repeated, yav letters repeated illa. So ivaga suppose repetition idre, for example apple, apple, apple. So ovals are not together and ovals are together bariri, where the letters are repeated andre. So here a and e is considered as 1. So ae, and the other letters p, p, l is considered as 3. Total 1 2 3 4. Same procedure. So write down 4 factorial, but 4 factorial divided by here the letter p is repeated twice, 4 factorial divided by 2 factorial into ovals permutation 2 factorial. So ali without repeated ali we took only 4 factorial, only 4 factorial divided by 2 factorial because the letter p is repeated twice. Okay, so ovals are not together again. Write down the total permutation. 5 factorial divided by 2 factorial. 5 factorial divided by 2 factorial minus 4 factorial into 2 factorial divided by 2 factorial. So this is a total permutation. Okay, total 5 letters is a 5 factorial divided by the letter P is repeated twice, hence 2 factorial. Okay, this is 60. Okay, minus 24 divided by 12, 12, 12, 2 is a 24. Okay, 60 minus 24, which is equal to 36. Sorry, 46. No, 36. Okay, done. So not together kotru, do it in the same procedure. But the repeated idya without repetition idya note kodi. For numbers, helidnala numbers. So numbers also write down the places based on the places. With repetition, without repetition, yen kottidare, you have to check it. Okay, that's it. And if some people are together, so together now you have to consider it as one. So same like ovals are together, heg ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ, you have to do it in the same. Okay, so permutationally that's all. And we have circular permutation, and the formula for circular permutation is n minus 1 factorial. So if you use this formula, you can go with circular permutation. That's all about permutation. Combination. So combinationally, we don't have arrangements. We are just choosing. Just go choose n value and just choose r value. So put the values. That's it. ಇನ್ನೇನು ಇಲ್ಲ ಕಾಂಬಿನೇಷನಲ್ಲಿ. n ಅನ್ನ ಚೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ, r ಅನ್ನ ಚೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ ಹಾಕಿ. ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಗೆಟ್ ಲೆಸ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಕಾಂಬಿನೇಷನ್ ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ಸ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಕಾಂಬಿನೇಷನ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಟೇಕಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ ಪ್ರಾಬಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಮ್ಯಾಥ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ದ್ಯಾಟ್ಸ್ ಇಟ್. Okay, so this is about permutation and combination. So we'll start with question paper. Okay. So first 40 questions are related to maths control. So yesterday we did till 25 alva. Okay. I want answers from you people. So we start with 27. Okay. So start Madi, guys. 27. You have to put the answers in the chat box. Yeah. 27. So 27 ಹಾಗೆ ಬರ್ದ್ಬಿಡಿ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಲೆಸ್ ನಂಬರ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ ಹಾಗೆ ಬರಿಬೋದು. ಸೊ ಹಿಯರ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟೂ ಕೇಸಸ್ ಫಾರ್ 27. ಎರಡು ಕೇಸಸ್ ಇದೆ ಕಂಡ್ರೆ ಈವನ್ ನಂಬರ್ಸ್ಗೆ. ಅಟ್ ಕೇಸ್ 1 ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಸೊ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಈವನ್ ನಂಬರ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ದ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಫಾರ್ ದ 3-digit ನಂಬರ್ ದ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಡಿಜಿಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ 0 ಆರ್ 2. ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ 0 ಆರ್ 2 ಬರಬೇಕು. ಬಟ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ವಿ ಆರ್ ನಾಟ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರಿಂಗ್ 0 ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಬಿ ವೆರಿ ಕೇರ್ಫುಲ್. ಸೊ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ 0, 2, 1 and 3. ಸೊ ಸಪೋಸ್ ಈವನ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸಪೋಸ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ ವಿ ಗಾಟ್ 0. ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ವಿ ಗಾಟ್ 0. ಓಕೆ. ಸೊ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ಗೆ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ 2, 1, 3. ಹೆನ್ಸ್ 3 ಆಪ್ಷನ್. ಒನ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಬಂತು ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಅಂಡ್ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ಗೆ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ 2 and 1. ಎರಡು ಆಪ್ಷನ್. ಸೊ 3 2s are 6 options are, I mean 6 numbers can be formed. So what are the 6 numbers ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಬರಿತೀನಿ ನೋಡಿ. That is 320, 230, okay, 120, so 210, next 310, ಮತ್ತೆ 130. So these are the even numbers where it ends with zeros. Okay. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ 2 ಕೇಸಸ್ ಇದೆ. ವೈ? ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ದಿಸ್ 2 ಕೇಸಸ್ ಯಾಕೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ 0. ಓಕೆ. ಓನ್ಲಿ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ 0. ಇಫ್ 0 ವಾಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ 2 ಕೇಸಸ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋ ಅಗತ್ಯ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು 0 and 2 ಆಪ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸಪೋಸ್ 0 ಬರ್ದೆ 2 ಬಂದು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅಗೇನ್ 2 ತಗೊಳಕ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಓಕೆ. ಹೆನ್ಸ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ರೈಟ್ 2 ಕೇಸಸ್. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ವಿ ಆರ್ ನಾಟ್ ಟೇಕಿಂಗ್ 0. Suppose in the second case, so this is case 1. In the second case, okay, second case ಅಲ್ಲಿ the three numbers ಅಲ್ಲಿ last ಅಲ್ಲಿ 0 2 1 3 ಅಲ್ಲಿ we are not taking 0. Last ಅಲ್ಲಿ even number ಅಂದ್ರೆ we take 2. ಓಕೆ, ನಂಬರ್ 2 ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಆವಾಗ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ಗೆ 2 ಆಪ್ಷನ್ಸ್ 1 ಮತ್ತೆ 3. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ಗೆ 2 ಆಪ್ಷನ್ಸ್, ಓಕೆ, 1 ಮತ್ತೆ 3. ಸೊ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ಗೆ ಒನ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಬಂದಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಟೇಕ್ 1. ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ಗೆ ಅಗೇನ್ 2 ಆಪ್ಷನ್, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಗೆಟ್ 0. ಹೆನ್ಸ್ 2 2s are 4. ಸೊ ಕೇಸ್ 2 ಅಲ್ಲಿ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ 4 ಆಪ್ಷನ್ಸ್. ಕೇಸ್ 2 ಅಲ್ಲಿ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ 4 ಆಪ್ಷನ್ಸ್. I'll write down the numbers. ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. That is, if we take 2 in last, okay, 3 1 2, 1 3 2, okay, next 3 0 2, 1 0 2. So total 4, case 2 ಅಲ್ಲಿ 4 and case 1 ಅಲ್ಲಿ 6. Okay, total you can form 10 types of different numbers by using a digit 0 1 2 3. Okay, 4 digit ಗೂ ಟ್ರೈ ಮಾಡಿ. ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ 4 digit ಕೇಳಿಲ್ಲ. ದೇ ಗ್ರೇಟರ್ ದನ್ 100 ಅಲ್ವಾ? 4 digit ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ 6 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಬಟ್ ವಿ ಡೋಂಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ 16. So it is 3 digit only. Okay, hence the answer is 10. So suppose 4 digit ತಗೊಂಡ್ ನೋಡಿ. 4 digit ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ 6 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. 4 digit ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ we can write 1 2 3 0 2 1 3 0 3 2 1 0. So we have 6 but we don't have 16. So just take for 3 digit number. Okay, so even number that is greater than 100 forming a digit 0 1 2 3. So if 0 was not present, direct ಆಗಿ ನೀವೇನ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸಸ್ ತಗೊಂಡು ಈವನ್ ನಂಬರ್ ತಗೊಂಡು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರಿ, ಸೇಮ್ ವೇ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್. Okay, next 28. In how many ways can the letters of the word algebra be arranged without changing the order of the ovals? Try ಮಾಡಿ ಇದು. So ovals ಎಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲಿದೆ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. The first place, next we have L, second place, third place, next we have G, sixth place, next we have B, R, and the last place. Without changing the order of the ovals, the number of arrangements. Andre, they have to be in first, third, and sixth, and the last place. ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಇರಬೇಕು. So what are the other letters we have? ಇಲ್ಲಿ letters are repeated. Be careful in that. L, G, B, R. So without changing the relative order ಅಂದ್ರೆ second. Their order has to be same. Okay. We change the order, we get 24. Suppose if you're not changing the order. Hmm. Okay. So, the relative order andre. So, the first A, then we have E, then we have E, then we have A. Again, this can be come here. A, A, E, E, ether. So, relative order andre. It should turn in like a circle. So, circle ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅದರ places change ಆಗ್ಬೋದು. But ಅದರ position same ಇರಬೇಕು. ಓಕೆನಾ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಎ ಇ ಇ ಎ ಇದಾರೆ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಎ ಎ ಇ ಇ ಬರು ಅದ್ರ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ ಹಂಗೆ ಸರ್ಕಲ್ ವೇ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮೂವ್ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕು ಕಂಡ್ರು ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಅವಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ಇಫ್ ಯು ಚೇಂಜ್ ದ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಅದರ್ ಫೋರ್ ವಿ ಗೆಟ್ 4 ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟೋರಿಯಲ್ ವಿಚ್ ಇಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು 24 ಸೊ 24 ಇಂಟು ಓಕೆ 24 ಇಂಟು ಸೊ if this goes in a circle no oh the other this 24 is correct. ಓಕೆ ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಆಲ್ಜೀಬ್ರಾ ಸ್ಪೆಲ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ರಾಂಗ್ ಆಗಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ರಾಂಗ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಓಕೆ ಅಕಾರ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಟು ದೇರ್ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಆಲ್ಜೀಬ್ರಾ ಸ್ಪೆಲ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ರಾಂಗ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ALGEBRA ದ ಸ್ಪೆಲ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ಇಸ್ ಆಲ್ಜಿಬ್ರಾದು ALGEBRA ಸೊ ಆಲ್ಜಿಬ್ರಾ ಓಕೆ ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ಲೇಸಸ್ ಬರಿಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಓಕೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ A is a oval next L next you can get G E is a oval next B R and A is a oval okay yeah we got the answer now so ಇಲ್ಲಿ the question algebra ದಲ್ಲಿ the spelling of algebra is wrong so ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ರಾಂಗ್ ಆಗಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಕಣ್ರು ಸೊ now it's correct the ovals ಯಾವ್ದ್ಯಾವ್ದಂದ್ರೆ A E A are the ovals ಸೊ ಓವಲ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿರೋ ಪ್ಲೇಸಸ್ ನ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು ಎ ಪ್ಲೇಸಸ್ ನ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬಹುದು ಎ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಫಿಕ್ಸ್ಡ್ ಸೊ ದ ಪರ್ಮುಟೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಅದರ್ ಫೋರ್ the permutation of other 4 is 4 factorial which is 24 into now the permutation of the rest of the 3 andre A the permutation is 3 factorial and ಇಲ್ಲಿ A is repeated twice hence 3 factorial divided by 2 factorial so 24 3 factorial and 6 2 factorial and 2 which is equal to 72 ways so ಅಲ್ಲಿ E was repeated twice ಈಗ ನೀವು 2 ಸಲ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಆನ್ಸರ್ 72 ಬರಲ್ಲ So we get 24 divided by 4, 6, which is 24 into 6, 144 banbidutte. When you take E twice, okay, without changing the relative order of the ovals, and the ovals can be shuffled in their positions. Ovals can be shuffled in their positions, but rest of the non-oval places alle shuffle ಆಗಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ನಾನ್ ಓವಲ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ LGBR ಅದೇ ಪ್ಲೇಸಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಶಫಲ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ವಿಚ್ ಇಸ್ 24, and the oval AEA will shuffle in their place. Hence their arrangement is 3 factorial. A is repeated twice divided by 2 factorial. Hence which is equal to 72. Okay? ಅದು ಒಂದು ವರ್ಡ್ ರಾಂಗ್ ಆಗಿತ್ತು, ಒಂದು ಲೆಟರ್ ವಾಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾ. ಸೊ ವಿ ವೋಂಟ್ ಗೆಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಕ್ಟ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್. Okay, in how many ways can the letters of the word director be arranged so that their ovals are never together? So never together ge first go with the total permutation. So total permutation nodi. So total permutation ali this is repeated because R is repeated twice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That is 8 factorial divided by R is repeated twice. Any other letter? No. O illa, T illa, C illa, E illa. 8 factorial divided by 2 factorial. So 8 factorial divided by 2 factorial. So which is 20,160. So 8 factorial is 40,320 divided by 2 factorial is 20,160. Illi ovals will never come together. First check for ovals are together. So ovals are together. Okay, take all the ovals separately. I, E, O, 3 ovals. I, E, O, idu vandu. The next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 ಇದೆ. Total 8 ಇದೆಯಾ? ಹಂಗಾರೆ 5 ಇರಬೇಕಲ್ಲ. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. The other 5. 5 plus ovals are together andre 6. So 6 factorial divided by 6 factorial into the permutation of ovals OEI, which is 3 factorial divided by which are the letters repeated? R is repeated twice divided by 2 factorial. So check ಮಾಡಿ 6 factorial 720 into 3 factorial is 6 divided by 2, which is 2160. 2160 ovals are together. If you subtract 20,160 from 2160, we get 18,000. 18,000 tally ovals are not together. Okay. Now the first and fifth term of an AP is minus 29 and minus 15. Find the sum of all positive terms of an AP. Okay. So the first term is minus 29. Okay. The first term. Okay. And the fifth term, we don't know second, we don't know third, we don't know fourth. So the fifth is minus 15. So arrangement ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಬಿಡಿ. What is subtracted from each term and what is added to each term to get minus 15. So difference ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ. 29 to 15 is some 14 difference. 14 divided by 3 andre we get 4.5. No, 5. I think 4.5 or 3.5. 29 minus 4.5 minus 4.5 minus 4.5 50. ಇಲ್ಲ. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗಿ. Put 29. Okay. Put 29. So 29 ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ. Take minus 3.5. Minus 3.5. So, sorry, plus 3.5. So 29, 3.5 ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ you have to subtract. You have to subtract. So we get 25.5 next. This is 25.5. Again plus 3.5. So plus 25.5. Andre we are forming the AP. That's it. Okay. We guess a number like 4, 3.53. Subtract ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ ಬನ್ನಿ. Fifth term 15 ಬರಬೇಕು. AP ಬರ್ದ್ಬಿಡಿ. AP ಅಲ್ಲಿ second is 25.5. So 25.5 ಅಲ್ಲಿ 3.5 ತೆಗೆದ್ರೆ we get minus 22 because minus is a bigger number sign here. Next, again 3.5 kotta plus 3.5, this is 18.5. Again 3.5 kotta, the next is 15. So the first is minus 29. So minus 25 point is the second term. Minus 22 is the third term. Minus 18.5 is the fourth term. Minus 15 is a fifth term. Okay. So ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ what is the difference ಅಂದ್ರೆ 3.5 is the difference. ಅವ್ರು ಕೇಳಿರೋದು the sum of positive terms ಮಾತ್ರ. ಅವ್ರು ಕೇಳಿರೋದು positive terms ಮಾತ್ರ. So you have to take till the positive term. So this will be minus 11.5. Next 3.5 difference ಆದರೆ next will be 8. Next will be 4.5 minus 8 minus 4.5. Next will be 1 minus 1. ಇದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ we get a positive number. Next will be next will be 2.5. Plus 3.5 add ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ next will be 2.5. Okay, 2.5 ಇಂದ we get only the positive number. So total ಎಷ್ಟು numbers ಇದೆ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, 40 terms. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ subtract 9 because the 9 terms are negative. ಅವ್ರು ಕೇಳಿರೋದು sum of positive. Okay, positive terms start from 2.5. So ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ now positive terms we have only 31. N value is 31. Positive terms we have only 31. N value is 31. And the first number is 2.5. Find out the last number. Find out the last number and find out SN. Find out, guys. The difference is 3.5. The first number is 2.5. Okay, the last we have total 31 terms, and the last number will be I think 107.5. Okay, take a plus n minus 1 into d haki. Okay, that is 2.5 plus 31 terms al first number ide hangare mikkid the 31 ಕಂಡಿಡಿಬೇಕು 31th term ನೀವು. So that is 30 minus 1 into 3.5. That is 107.5 is the last term. Find out SN. SN equal to last term plus first term divided last term plus first term into N divided by 2. So it is 1705. 1705, that is option B. Okay. So 32 ಮಾಡಿ. Find the value of 1 plus 2 plus 3 till 105. Take the first term as 1. The difference is 1. Find out n number of terms. ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ? 105 minus 1 divided by 1 plus 1. Total we get 105 terms. Find out SN. SN equal to the first term plus last term into n divided by 2. So that is 5565. In a GP, the sixth term is 725 and the common ratio is 3. Find the first term. So idana you can do it in 3 ways. ಒಂದು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಸಿಕ್ಸ್ತ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ ಬರಿಬೋದು. ಸೊ 1 2 3 4 5 6 ಇದೆ. ಇಫ್ ಯು ಟೇಕ್ ದ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ ಆಸ್ 2, okay, 2 into 3 6, 6 into 3 18, 18 into 3 54, 54 into 3 162, 162 into 3 486. So first 2 ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ sixth term 486 ಬರುತ್ತೆ, which is not equal to 729. Okay, ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ next you can check for B. So you can do both the ways. ಇಲ್ಲ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಹಾಕಾದ್ರೂ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. First you can take 3 and the common ratio is 3. 3 into 3 9. 9 into 3 27. 27 into 3 81. 81 into 3 243. Into 3 729. So this is a series and the first term should be equal to 3. Or else you can go with formula. Formula method ali A6 equal to 729. A6 is written as A r to the power of 5 equal to 729. You have to find out A and r is given. R is 3. 3 to the power of 5 equal to 729. 3 to the power of 5 equal to 243. Okay, A into 243 equal to 729, where A value will be equal to 3. So both the ways are correct. Okay. Next. The number of ways in which 4 persons can occupy 9 vacant seats. So total 9 seats ಇದೆ, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ 4 should occupy. So it is 9p4, 9 into 8 into 7 into 6, which is equal to 3024. There is no other conditions. So this is related. So seats ಅಂತ ಬಂದಾಗ arrangements are required. ಅದೊಂದು ತಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. So 35, A, B, C and given. So you have to find out first to B intersection C. B intersection C andre the common element in B and C. So which is a common element andre only 4. Okay, that you have to multiply by 1, 2, 3. It's like your expression multiplication. So ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ? So 1 is multiplied by 4, 2 is multiplied by 4, 3 is multiplied by 4. Then ನೋಡಿ 1, 4, 2, 4, 3, 4. Okay. So next we have a relation x plus 2y equal to 8. The domain of R. Okay. So put the inputs. ಇಷ್ಟೇನ 5 questions ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರೋದು. Okay. So ಇದನ್ನ you take the inputs and outputs ಎರಡು ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ. So 2, 4, 8 andre, so substitute. If you substitute 2 for x, what is the value of y? I think y is 3. If you substitute 2, y will be 3. Okay. If you substitute 4, y will be 2. If you substitute 6, so y will be 1. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ 6 ಹಾಕಿದ್ರೆ, so 8 minus 6 is 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1. Y value will be 1. If you substitute 8, y will be 0. 1, 2, okay. Same ಬರ್ಬೇಕಲ್ವಾ 2. Find the domain for the relation x plus 2y equal to 8. So ಕೇಳಿರೋ just domain ಅಲ್ವಾ? You can take all the numbers actually. Okay. ಅವ್ರು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರೋದು ರಿಲೇಷನ್ ಆರ್ ಆನ್ ನ್ಯಾಚುರಲ್ ನಂಬರ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಓಕೆ ಓಕೆ, ಯಾ ಆನ್ ನ್ಯಾಚುರಲ್ ನಂಬರ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನ್ಯಾಚುರಲ್ ನಂಬರ್ಸ್ ಮಾತ್ರ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ನ್ಯಾಚುರಲ್ ನಂಬರ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. ಈಗ ನಿಮಗೆ ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 ಎಲ್ಲ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಸೊ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಗೆ 1 ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ y ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ, ಸೊ 7 ಮೈನಸ್ 1 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, 1 ಈ ಕಡೆ ಬಂದ್ರೆ, ಸಾರಿ 8 ಮೈನಸ್ 1 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ವಿಚ್ ಇಸ್ 7. 7 ಡಿವೈಡೆಡ್ ಬೈ 2 ಇಸ್ ವಿಚ್ ಇಸ್ 3.5. ಎಕ್ಸ್ಗೆ 2 ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ 8 ಮೈನಸ್ 2 6, ಸೊ y ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ 3. ಎಕ್ಸ್ಗೆ 3 ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ 8 ಮೈನಸ್ 3 ಡಿವೈಡೆಡ್ ಬೈ 2.5. ಎಕ್ಸ್ಗೆ 4 ಹಾಕಿದ್ರೆ 2. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಗೆ 5 ಹಾಕಿದ್ರೆ 1.5. 6 ಹಾಕಿದ್ರೆ 1. 7 ಹಾಕಿದ್ರೆ 8 ಮೈನಸ್ 7 ಡಿವೈಡೆಡ್ ಬೈ 2 ವಿಚ್ ಇಸ್ 0.5. 8 ಹಾಕಿದ್ರೆ ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ 0. ಬಟ್ ಅವ್ರು ಕೇಳಿರೋದು ದ ರಿಲೇಷನ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಎನ್ ಮಾತ್ರ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೇಕಂತ. ಎನ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಗೆಟ್ ನ್ಯಾಚುರಲ್ ನಂಬರ್ಸ್. ನ್ಯಾಚುರಲ್ ನಂಬರ್ಸ್ ಯಾವ್ದ್ಯಾವ್ದಿದೆ? 2 ಹಾಕಿದಾಗ 3 ಬಂದಿದೆ. ಸೊ 1 ಹಾಕ್ದಾಗ 3.5 ಬಂದಿದೆ, ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ನ್ಯಾಚುರಲ್. 3 ಹಾಕಿದಾಗ 2.5 ಬಂದಿದೆ, ವಿಚ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ನ್ಯಾಚುರಲ್. 4 ಹಾಕಿದಾಗ ವಿ ಗಾಟ್ 2, ವಿಚ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ನ್ಯಾಚುರಲ್. 1.5 is not a natural. 6 is a natural. 7.5 is not a natural. 8 is not a natural. Hence, you have to substitute only 2, 4, 6 for the given equation. Avaga matra we get the natural number y. So the domains are only 2, 4, 6. Okay. Okay. So I think the first question paper is enough. Go with the second one. So yesterday we did, ಇದು yesterday SICI ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. ಅದು ಕೂಡ we have not done. So let's do SICI also with this. Okay, take lunch break. ಊಟ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬನ್ನಿ. Okay? So we'll continue. Okay, we'll continue with the second question paper. So, yesterday we have not did the the SICI questions, ಮತ್ತೆ even equations ಕೂಡ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ. Equations also we have not did. So we'll start with equations. Okay. I think equations ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಾ? SICI annuity and equations. Yes. So we'll do both SICI annuity as well as sets, relations and functions. APGP ಇಷ್ಟನ್ನು ಮಾಡೋಣ and permutation combination. So the fifth one, I think ಇದು ಆಯ್ತು ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ. ಇದು ಆಯ್ತು ಅನ್ಕೋತೀನಿ. This was also done. ಇದು 0, ಇದು 1 ಬಂತು, ಇದು ಬಂತು. This was none of this ಬಂತು ಇದು. Yeah, from this. We have to do this. So if alpha and beta are the roots of the equation x square plus 7x plus 12, then the equation whose roots alpha plus beta the whole square and alpha minus beta the whole square. So first alpha and beta are the roots of the equation x square plus 7x plus 12. Okay, so first find out the roots of the equation. Multiply the first and last. So we have an equation x square plus 7x plus 12 equal to 0. So multiply the first and last x square and 12x square. So we get 12x square. The roots, the factors of 12, so that when you add we have to get 7 as the answer. So it is 3 fours are 3 into 4, and when you add you will get 7. So x square we have to take plus 3x and plus 4x plus 12 equal to 0. So if the factors are plus 3 and plus 4, finally the value of x will be the transpose of that, andre transverse of that, means the opposite sign of that. So x value will be minus 3 and x value will be minus 4. So now substitute alpha, take it as minus 3, beta take it as minus 4, alpha take it as minus 3 and beta take it as minus 4. So minus 3 minus 4 will become minus 7 whole square, which is 49. Minus 3 plus 4 will become 1. 1 square is 1. So now the roots, the equation whose roots are, so now the roots are 49 and 1. So now you have to form a quadratic equation. Okay, so now you have to form a new quadratic equation. So by using the old quadratic equation, take the roots, substitute alpha plus beta the whole square, alpha minus beta the whole square. Now you got new roots. And new roots too, you have to form an equation. So forming an equation x square, the formula is x square minus sum. Sum is 50 into x plus product is 49 equal to 0. It is option C. When the roots are 49 and 41, you have to form a quadratic equation. Next, roots of the equation 2x square plus 3x plus 7 equal to 0. You have to find out alpha by beta plus beta by alpha. So take LCM. One second. So take LCM. When you take LCM, so take LCM. When you take LCM, which is equal to, you get alpha beta. You get alpha beta, cross multiply alpha square plus beta square. So the formula for alpha square plus beta square, alpha plus beta the whole square, you have to use a plus b whole square formula. Alpha plus beta the whole square minus 2 into alpha beta divided by alpha beta. So substitute the formula, substitute the values of alpha plus beta and alpha beta. you'll get the answer. So 5x plus, so you have to substitute each and every x and y values and check it. Okay, now. So the first three are same. So no need to check the first three. Okay. Next you have to check for 20, 60. So x is 20. Uh, 25 is 100 is lesser than or equal to 100. If x is 60, 6 5 is 30. It will become 600. 300. If x is taken as 60, it will become 300 is lesser than or equal to 100. It will not satisfy. It will satisfy for 20, 0. Okay. So now check for 10, 50 and 0, 100. Okay. 10, 10 5 is 50 and y is 50. Yeah, is lesser than or equal to 100 will satisfy. 10 plus 50 is 60 is lesser than or equal to will satisfy. But this will not satisfy. X 0, 100 togondre. 100 is lesser than or equal to 60, which will not satisfy. Hence, it is only option A. So each values you have to put for each inequality. Okay. So Illy, the next one. Yeah, the next one. So for 5 experienced person, so experience you have to take X. There will be one, not more than 5 experienced person. So you have to take one Y. Okay. So not more than andre X should be lesser than or equal to X should be, that is 5 experienced person and 5x should, 5y should be lesser than or equal to x. So take experience as x and fresher as y. So there will be 1y for 5 experienced person. So hagadre y should be y should be multiplied by 5 and x should be multiplied by 1. So 5y should be x should be lesser than or equal to 5y. So that is 5x, not more than 5 experienced person ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ x. Wait. Experienced person is as x. The fresher is as y. So when you put ಈ ತರ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, don't do this. Better you go with this. So experienced person should not exceed more than 5 andre x should be lesser than or equal to 5 alva. X should be lesser than or equal to 5 andre experienced persons should be always 5 or lesser than 5, not more than 5 andre. So why exactly for one fresh? So y ge 1 hakadre in the option A, 5 is greater than or equal to x, that is x is lesser than or equal to 5 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Option A is correct. Y ge 1 ಹಾಕಿದ್ರೆ x is greater than or equal to 5 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Option B is wrong. Y ಗೆ 1 ಹಾಕಿದ್ರೆ x is greater than, x is lesser than or equal to 5 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. So option C. Option A and option C both are correct. Okay, according to the given condition, experienced person X should be lesser than or equal to 5 for exactly one for fresher. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ y value should be exactly 1. So y ಹಾಕೊಂಡು ನೋಡಿ ಯಾವ equationಗೆ x lesser than or equal to 5 ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ. Okay. So 15th one, in what time will a sum of money double itself in 6.25 at some rate taking simple interest? So principal take it as 100, double itself under accumulated will be 200. Okay, then simple interest will be 100. Okay, and you have rate of interest 6.25. Find out time period. Okay, P, we don't know T. R is 6.25 divided by 100 equal to SI is 100. So 100 divided by 6.25, which is 16 years. So T will be equal to 16. Next, Mr. X invests rupees 10,000 every year standing from today for the next 10 years, where the rate of interest is 8% per annum. Calculate the future value. So, future value formula is 1 plus I is 8 divided by 100. 1 plus I whole power. N is 10. We don't have any CP. Minus 1 divided by 8 divided by 100 into annuity is 10,000. So you can calculate future value. So where you're getting 14, where you're getting 1 lakh 44,865.6. Okay, but our ಕೇಳಿರೋದು starting from today ಅಂದ್ರೆ it is immediate. So it is immediate ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ you have to multiply this by 1.08, which is 1,56,454.88. That is option E. Next, 17th one. The difference between the simple and compound on a certain of 3 years at 5% is 228. The compound interest on the sum of 2 for 2 years. So here they have given the difference. We don't have a principal. So first you have to find out the principal. So compound interest 1 plus 5 divided by 100 whole power 3 minus 1 into principal minus simple interest principal into 3 into 5 by 100. So the difference between compound and simple is 228.75. So find out the value of this. So which is equal to 0.1576 minus 0.15 equal to 228.75. Illu ashte we have P and P. You have taken P common. So P into 0.0076 will be equal to 228.75. So which is equal to 3098. 30,098. So principal equal to 30,098. So take it as 30,098.6. You can consider it as 30,098 na 30,100. No. 30,000 exactly. Sorry, sir. We got two answers. 228 by 75 divided by 0.0076. 30,098, where you can consider it as 30,100. So now you have to find the compound interest on the sum of money 30,100. So that is principal 30,000. So now go with 1 plus 5 by 100 whole power 2 minus 1 into principal, that is 30,100. So 3,075 will be the interest earned on this principal. So first what they have given, adana use madkondo you have to find out principal admele, then you can find the compound interest for that principal. So now how much time would the simple interest on a certain sum be? 0.125 times the principal at 10% per annum. Okay, so let us take the principal as 100. So 0.125 andre for 1 ಗೆ 0.125 times andre 100 into 0.125, which is equal to 12.5 times ಅಂತ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ you have to multiply principal into 0.125 times. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ will become 12.5 will increase. So certain sum will increase 0.125 times andre certain sum will increase 12.5 rupees. For 100 it increases 12.5 rupees. The rate of interest is 10%. You have to find out time. Okay, so nodkoli simple interest is 12.5 will be equal to principal is 100, rate of interest is 100, we don't have time, divided by 100. Okay, will be equal to 12.5 divided by 10, 1.25, which is 1/4 years. The time in which sum of money is 8 times of itself. If it doubles in 15 years, so 15 years ಅಲ್ಲಿ double ಆಗತ್ತಂತೆ. ಸೊ 100 ಇರೋದು ಡಬಲ್ ಆಗೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ 200 ಆಗೋದಕ್ಕೆ ವಿಲ್ ಟೇಕ್ 15 years. We don't have rate of interest. Calculate rate of interest by using option method. So rate of interest na calculate ಮಾಡಿ option method. So it's not option method. Trial or error method. Trial or error method use ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು. So we get rate of interest as 5%. Okay. So now you have to take the same rate of interest here. Okay. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ same 100 will become 8 times ಅಂದ್ರೆ 800. Okay. At the rate of interest 5% ಅಂದ್ರೆ we get around 43 years. Check ಮಾಡಿ. So use compound interest formula. So the present value of the scooter is 7,290. If the value decreases 10%, then the value before 3 years. So if you take before 3 years as 10,000, decrease 10% every year. Up to 3 years, decrease 10%. So hagadre if you take minus 10%, minus 10% for the first year, minus 10% for the second year, minus 10% for the third year. Check ಮಾಡಿ. Minus 10%, minus 10%, minus 10%. We get minus 10%, minus 10%, minus 10%. 7,290 exactly. Hence it is option A. So after 3 years it is 7,290, the present value. But before 3 years ಎಷ್ಟಿತ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ we have 10,000. So 10,000 ಗೆ if you are depreciating at 10%, you will get 7,290. Find the effective rate of interest for 10% interest is payable quarterly. Effective is 1 plus I. Okay, quarterly CP. whole power n ಕೊಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ take it as 1. Okay, 1 into CP is 4 minus 1 ಮಾಡಿ. This is effective rate of interest formula. At last you have to do into 100. 10 divided by 100 divided by 4 plus 1 into equals 3 times minus 1 into 100 we get 10.38%. The difference between simple on a sum invested on 1500 for 3 years is rupees 18. The difference between the rest. Okay, the difference between in simple interest. So you have to take two different interest. Okay. ಟೂ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ತಗೋಬೇಕು. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ ಸೇಮ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಟೈಮ್ ಪೀರಿಯಡ್ ಸೇಮ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಬಟ್ ರೇಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಓಕೆ, ದ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್ 1, ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್ 2. ಈ ರೇಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್, ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಸೇಮ್. ಓಕೆ, ಇಲ್ಲೂ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ ಸೇಮ್ ಇದೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೀ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಡಿಫ್ರೆನ್ಸ್ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಟೈಮ್ ಪೀರಿಯಡ್ ಇಸ್ 3 years. ಇಲ್ಲೂ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಟೈಮ್ ಪೀರಿಯಡ್ ಇಸ್ 3 years. But rate of interest will be change. Let us take rate of interest as R1 and R2. ಅದು change ಇರೋದಕ್ಕೆ we got rupees 18 as the answer. As the difference. Suppose rate of interest same ಇಲ್ಲ same ಇದ್ದಿದ್ರೆ, suppose if the rate of interest both are same, ಆಗ difference 0 ಬರೋದು. So now, so the difference between their simple interest ಅಂದ್ರೆ SI1 and SI2. So 1500 into 3 into R1 divided by 100 minus 1500 into 3 into R2 divided by 100 equal to the difference equal to 18. So 0000 gets cancelled. 15 3s are 45 R1 minus 45 R2 will be 18. So common in these two is 45. 45 into R1 minus R2 equal to 18. R1 minus R2 equal to 18 divided by 45, which is equal to 4. So our ಕೇಳಿರೋದು ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ the difference in their rate ಅಂದ್ರೆ rate of interest. ಅವರು rate of interest ಎಷ್ಟು ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿಲ್ಲ. Rate of interest ಅಲ್ಲಿ what is the difference we can expect ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. So the difference in rate of interest is 0.4. Okay. What will be the population after 3 years when the population increases 3 years, 3% in the first year and 4% in the second year and 5% in the third year? ಇದೇನೋ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ಲ. But ಇಲ್ಲಿ they have to give this one ಅಲ್ಲ, principal ಕೊಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲಿ. So somewhere it is principal is not given. So some portion ಏನೋ ಮಿಸ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. What will be the population after 3 years? The population increases at rate of interest is 3%, 4% in the second year and 5% in the third year. Principal is not given. They have to give the principal. 24. 10,000 is invested at 8% per annum, then compound quarterly. The value of investment after 25 years. Accumulated amount 8 divided by 100 divided by 4 plus 1 whole power 2 into quarterly 4 into the principal 10,000. Minus 1 illa. Minus 1 ಆದರೆ it will be compound interest. So it is 8 divided by 100 divided by 4 plus 1 into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 into 10,000, 11,716. is a compound interest. In how many years will the sum of money becomes double at 5% compound interest? Double under 200, principal 100 into 1 plus 5 divided by 100 whole power n. N and I have to go with option method. So haga left hand side cancel adre we get 2. Okay, which is equal to 1.05 whole power n. So let's check for 14. 14 ಗೆ 1.97 ಬರುತ್ತೆ. 15 ಗೆ 2.07 ಬರುತ್ತೆ. So it is for 15 years. So the future value, ಇದೆಲ್ಲ try ಮಾಡಿ, the future value of an annuity. So find the future value where annuity is given for up to 5 years, 14% compounded annually. So 14 divided by 100 plus 1 whole power 5 minus 1 divided by 14 divided by 100 into annuity is 1000. So which is equal to 6,169, 6,170. 6,169, which is 6,170. So if decimal ಎಷ್ಟು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಷ್ಟು ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ we get 6,160. So 6,170 will be the future value. The number of ways arranging 6 boys, 4 girls in a row so that 4 girls will sit together. So together na 1 anta ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ plus the arrangement of 6 boys is 1. So total 7. 7 factorial arrangement into the arrangement of 4 girls, that is 4 factorial. So 7 factorial into 4 factorial. So next 28. ಇಲ್ಲಿ equal ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟು they have to give the value. Value ಕೊಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ, where somewhere the question is wrong. 29. So substitute each value for n and find out n is always positive and n is greater than 4 irutte. Hence n value is 7. In how many different words can be formed by using the letter of the word liberty? Liberty. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾರು ರಿಪೀಟ್ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ. So take direct permutation of this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 factorial, which is equal to 5040. If x, y, z are in GP, then the terms x square plus y square, xy plus yz, y square plus z square. So GP andre you have to consider a GP. Always consider 1, 2, 4. Illik substitute agi we get 5. Illige substitute ಮಾಡಿ we get 10. Illige substitute ಮಾಡಿ we get 20. Hence 5, 10, 20 are in GP. Not only 1, 2, 4. Take any number. 2, 4, 8 ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ. Okay, or else 4, 16, 32 ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಅಲ್ಲ 4, 69, 16, 4 is 64 ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ. Take any 3 numbers, we get the same GP. We get 3 numbers which are in GP. So instead of taking a large number, will kill your time. Adikke take small numbers 1, 2, 4. That's it. In a GP, if the fourth term is 3, then the product of 7 terms. See in the option 3 power 5, 3 power 7, 3 power 6, 3 power 8. It means all the terms are same. Okay, fourth term 3 ಇದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ fifth term 3 ಇರುತ್ತೆ, sixth 3 ಇರುತ್ತೆ, 7 3 ಇರುತ್ತೆ, third 3 ಇರುತ್ತೆ, second 3 ಇರುತ್ತೆ, first 3 ಇರುತ್ತೆ. So when there are 7 terms, it is 3 to the power of 7. Okay. In a GP, the third term is 2 by 3 and the sixth term is 2 by 18. Find the first term. So third 2 by 3 ಇದೆ, sixth 2 by 81 ಇದೆ. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ 4, 5 ಬರೆಯೋಣ. ಸೊ 4 5 ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅಫ್ಕೋರ್ಸ್ 2 ಇಸ್ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ಸೊ 2 ಹಾಗೆ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ 1/3 ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ವಿ ಗೆಟ್ 2/9. 1/3 ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ 2/27 and 2/81. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ಮಲ್ಟಿಪಲ್ ಇಸ್ 1/3. ಸೊ fourth is 2/9, fifth is 2/27, sixth is 2/81. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ 2 ಮತ್ತೆ 1 ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಇವಾಗ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ 1/3 ಜೊತೆ ಸಪೋಸ್ ಇಫ್ ಯು ಟೇಕ್ 6, 1/3 ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಿ 2 ಬರುತ್ತೆ, 1/3 ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಿ 2/3 ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ 6 ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ 1/3 ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಿ ಯು ಗೆಟ್ ದ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ 2. 2 ಜೊತೆ 1/3 ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಥರ್ಡ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ 2/3 ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ 6 ತಗೋಬೇಕು. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ 1/3 ತಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ 1/3 ಜೊತೆ ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ 1/9 ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಥರ್ಡ್ 1/27 ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಬಟ್ ವಿ ವಾಂಟ್ ಥರ್ಡ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ ಆಸ್ 2/3. 9 ತಗೊಂಡು ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಥರ್ಡ್ 2/3 ಬರಲ್ಲ. 2 ತಗೊಂಡು ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಥರ್ಡ್ 2/3 ಬರಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಮೆಥಡ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ. This you can do sum of infinity. So since we have two different squares, separate ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. 1/2, 1/2 cube, 1/2 power 5 dot dot dot, 1/3 square, 1/3 to the power of 4 dot dot dot. So sum of infinity, you need to take it separately. ಇಲ್ಲಿ a equal to 1/2, r equal to 1/2 square which is 4. ಇಲ್ಲಿ a equal to 1/3 square 9, r equal to 1/3 square ಗೂ 3 power 4 ಗೂ again 3 square ವ್ಯತ್ಯಾಸ ಇದೆ 1/9. Okay, instead of writing 3 square I have taken 9. Find out s infinity for this, find out s infinity for this and add it. Okay, we'll get the answer. I think 19/24 ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅನ್ಕೋತೀನಿ. Okay, now 35, find f inverse. ನಾನು ಫಸ್ಟೇ ಹೇಳಿದೆ ಎಫ್ ಇನ್ವರ್ಸ್ ಹೇಗೆ ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದಂತ. ಎಫ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು 2 + x ಡಿವೈಡೆಡ್ ಬೈ 2 - x. ಇಲ್ಲಿರೋ ಎಫ್ ನ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ಸಲ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿರೋ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಎಫ್ ಇನ್ವರ್ಸ್ ಹಾಕ್ಬೇಕು ಇನ್ ಬೋತ್ ದ ವೇಸ್, ಬೋತ್ ದ ಸೈಡ್. ಸೊ ಲೆಫ್ಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ರೈಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಸೈಡ್ 2 + ಎಫ್ ಇನ್ವರ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಡಿವೈಡೆಡ್ ಬೈ 2 - ಎಫ್ ಇನ್ವರ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ನಾವು ಕ್ರಾಸ್ ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲೈ 2x minus x f inverse of x equal to 2 plus f inverse of x. Bring f inverse of x to the one side. ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? So minus x f inverse of x minus f inverse of x, okay, will be equal to 2 minus 2x. Okay, 2 minus 2x minus x. Okay, so ಎರಡರಲ್ಲೂ ಕಾಮನ್ ಇಸ್ ಮೈನಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್, ಅಲ್ಲ ಸಾರಿ ಮೈನಸ್ ಎಫ್ ಇನ್ವರ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಆರ್ ಎಲ್ಸ್ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಎಫ್ ಇನ್ವರ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್. ಪ್ಲಸ್ ತಗೊಟ್ರೆ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಟೇಕ್ ಉಲ್ಟಾ, ಯಾ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಎಫ್ ಮೈನಸ್ ಎಫ್ ಇನ್ವರ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್, ಮೈನಸ್ ಎಫ್ ಇನ್ವರ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು ಸಾರಿ ಮೈನಸ್ ಎಫ್ ಇನ್ವರ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಫ್ ಇನ್ವರ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ತೆಗೆದ್ರೆ ವಿ ಗೆಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್. ಇಲ್ಲಿ 1 x plus 1 equal to 2 minus 2x divided by 2 minus 2x, that's all. So f inverse of x equal to 2 minus 2x divided by x plus 1. So denominator ಅಲ್ಲಿ we have x plus 1. ಇಲ್ಲಿರೋ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ನ if you bring to the right hand side, ಇಲ್ಲಿ 2 minus 2x ಇರೋದು 2x minus 1 2x minus 2 divided by x plus 1 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. So 2x minus 2 ಅಂದ್ರೆ which is in the 2x minus 2 divided by x plus 1, which is in the option E. Okay, at steps ಮಾಡಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ you will get it. Okay, now the 36th, f of x is 2 power x, f of x plus y. So ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ f of x plus y andre x ira ಜಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ put x plus y. When we have plus in the power, you have to take into in the base. 2 power x into 2 power y. 2 power x can be written as f of x into 2 power y can be written as f of y, which is f of x into f of y. Next, g of f of x. So f of x should be replaced by f of x value x plus 2. Now you have to find g of x plus 2. So g of x is 7x. G of x plus 2 is 7x plus 2. Okay, if you take it separately, 7x into 7 square. 7 square is 49. 49 into 7 power x, which is option C. Okay, and 38 is simple differentiation. Nan madidde. dy is 2t agutte. dx andre differentiate t. dx will only be 2. So 2t divided by 2, which is equal to t agutte. We did this in the class. So ಮಾಡಿ simple differentiation idre ಮಾಡಿ. Okay, and even we did 40 also differentiation. Okay, x into differentiation of y is dy by dx plus y into differentiation of x is 1 equal to 0. Take this to the right hand side. dy by dx equal to minus y by x. Okay, put dy by dx minus y by x and do it. We get 0. So idenagate will be y square plus dy by dx is minus y by x. So when you take LCM, x agate LCM, cross multiply x into y minus y agate. So will be equal to x into y is taken as 1 into y minus y divided by x agate. So y minus y will be 0. So differentiation agide, you can do differentiation. Okay. So I think 2 question papers are done from my side. So now it's up to you people. I have completed 2 question papers in maths and 6 question papers in logical reasoning. Logical reasoning alli 6 is done. Maths alli 2 is done. So tomorrow I'll start with stats. So tomorrow's timings will be, so let's start from 5 o'clock. 5 to 8. Okay, so tomorrow I'll be starting stats and day after tomorrow kuda stats ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. So we'll complete stats and even the question papers. Okay. Yes, thank you.